Hello student, welcome back to lecture series on Z transform. Already I have uploaded plenty of the videos based on the Z transform, inverse Z transform and some of the important properties. So if you are interested to see this video, go check here in my I button, as well as you will get my entire playlist for Fourier sine, cosine and their inverse transform first unit and Z transform, inverse Z transform in my description box. Okay, so in my today's video I'm gonna explain to you all one of the fresh topic here from the Z transform. So maybe you consider it is the application for inverse or Z transform. Okay, yes. So this one is the application for Z transform or inverse Z transform. Okay, so it is the solution of a difference equation. Okay, solution of a difference equation with the constant coefficient using Z transform. Okay, so we are going to apply some of the properties from Z transform and we go for finding the solution of a difference equation. Okay, so actually what is mean by difference equation? Okay, difference equation, let me explain the difference equation to you all guys. It is easy to understand. Okay, so we know that we are applying the values on sequence k. Okay, so we are applying the values on sequence k. So I'm going to consider only the k terms here to understand the difference equation. Okay, yes. So now see that if I consider f of k plus 1, if I consider f of k plus 1, okay, as a sequence over here, one value for k plus 1. Okay, now see that I consider here f of k plus 1, again consider f of k plus 2. Okay, again consider f of k plus 2. So you can consider any number of values like this. Okay, f of k plus 3, f of k plus 4, okay, and so on. Okay, up to the infinity you can consider any number of f of k. Okay, yes. Okay, so all these values we have over here. Okay, so if we have anything relation, okay, the relation between this on this or this on this on this, okay, relation between all these f of k, relation between all these f of k, okay, we write relation between okay, all relation between all. Okay, so okay, now see that we are taking relation between all these terms, relation between all these terms, we call it as the difference equation. Okay, we call this one as a relation between all these terms, we call it as the difference equation. Difference. I hope you all have understood what is actually meaning of a difference equation. Okay, let me see f of k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3, k plus 4 up to so on. Okay, so if you do have any relation between all these terms, okay, we write it as the difference equation. Okay, and this difference equation has some solutions also. Okay, this difference equation, it has some solution. Okay, then we write sequence of f of k, we write the sequence of f of k as the solution. Okay, okay, is the solution. Okay, is the solution for this difference equation when it satisfy difference equation. Okay, if it satisfies difference equation. Now see that f of k is the solution for this entire difference equation when it satisfies this differential equation. Okay, we already learned the solution, what is actually the solution for any equation. Okay, similarly f of k behave the solution for this difference equation. Okay, yes, so it is the solution here. Okay, yes, so I have some points here. Okay, so actually I already explained, if the sequence it is a positive, okay, so sequence f of k, okay, when k greater equal 0, sequence f of k when k greater equal 0, we call it as casual sequence. Okay, I already explained this one, we call this one as a casual, we call this one as the casual sequence. Okay, this one is the f of k, sequence f of k. Okay, and if in that f of k running for k running from 0 to and so on, so we consider it as the casual sequence. Okay, so this one we consider the casual sequence whenever k bigger than 0. And what is the f of k? F of k is the solution over here for this difference equation, and difference equation means the relation between all these terms. Okay, so that is here. So I have some of the important steps that you must need to remember. Okay, these steps are having some proof behind of this, but we are not going for this one. Okay, we just go and understand these steps. Okay, so let's go for the steps that I'm going to write here. These are the important guys here to solve the difference equation using Z transform. Okay, yes, let me write these steps here now. Okay, these are the important steps, guys. Okay, way easier and way important. Okay, so first step I'm going to write over here. Okay, Z transform of f of k. Okay, so we know that Z transform of f of k sequence f of k. Okay, Z transform of a sequence of f of k, we know that we write it as the f of z. Okay, we write f of z. Yes, now I'm going to extend this Z transform into the some another terms. Okay, so as we want the casual the relation between this difference equation that we need to know k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3, k plus 4 and so on. Okay, so next step I'm going to write over here Z transform of Z transform of f of k plus 1. Okay, now see that we have k plus 1, k plus 2 and k plus 3 and so on. Okay, so for that purpose I want k plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to write a Z transform of f of k plus 1 as Z into f of z, z into f of z minus z into f of 0. Okay, z into f of z minus z into f of 0. Okay, this one is the way that you can write. Okay, now you want k plus 2 also here. Okay, so I'm going to write z into z transform of f of k plus 2. Okay, z transform f of k plus 2. Okay, yes, z transform f of k plus 2, I'm going to write it as the z square. Okay, z square f of z, multiply z everywhere. Okay, minus z square f of 0. Okay, minus z times f of 1. Okay, this one is our z transform of f of k plus 2. Okay, so if you want z transform of f of k plus 3, what you gonna do, guys? Okay, so you must have to take z cube f of z minus z square f of 0 minus z f of z cube here, f of z, f of 0, f of 1, and you have to remove minus z f of 2. Okay, so it is a cube also coming here. Okay, and last z f of 2. You just have to extend like this. Okay, it is way easier. Yes, now if it is a positive term, maybe negative terms are also there. Okay, let me write a z transform of f of k minus 1, f of k minus 1. So I want a z transform f of k minus 1. Okay, so we write a z inverse. Okay, z transform of f of k minus 1. So we take a z inverse of f of z. Okay, I need to remember these are very important, guys. Okay, z transform of f of k minus 1, we write z inverse f of z. Okay, yes. So what happen if it is a z transform of f of k minus 2? We write a z inverse z raised to minus 2. Okay, z raised to minus 2 f of z. Okay, these are the important for result, guys, that we needed here for solving further examples for the difference of equation. Okay, so if you want, you can note these results down. These are important here for our further part. Okay, not the difficult, way easier. You can easily solve the example using these results. Okay, yes, I hope you have understood. It is a way easier to remember also. Okay, So whenever f of k, it is f of z. This is the regular term, you know, okay? Yes, and k plus 1 is a z into f of z minus z into f of 0, and k minus 1 z inverse f of z, okay? Yes, remember this one, it is way easier to remember, okay? So we go for the steps, okay? What are the steps we needed for finding the difference of equation, okay? I'm gonna explain to you all these 3 steps. These are the only 3 steps, guys. Just need to understand for solving the difference of equation, okay? Yes. So first of all, we go for finding the Z transform, okay? So whatever the sequence which is given in your question now, you have to find out the Z transform, okay? And along with that, you have initial conditions also. So you must have to replace initial condition and then just expand f of z only, okay? So once you get the f of z, take the inverse transform over z, okay? Yes, then you get the sequence f of k, okay? Let me write these steps, okay? These steps are important here for solving these examples, okay? Step first. What step first do? Take the z transform of a given equation, okay? Find z transform. Find z transform, okay? Step second. What step second do? Okay, substitute initial condition and write f of z, okay? Yes. Substitute initial conditions that which given in your example, okay? Initial condition. Substitute initial condition and write f of z. Okay, so you have to find out the initial condition and write down the f of z here. And last step, we know that. What is the third step? Step number third. What is the step third? It says that you have to take the inverse z transform, okay? Find inverse z transform. Find inverse z transform, okay, of f of z. You have to find out the inverse z transform of f of z so that you will get the sequence f of k, okay? Inverse z transform, after dealing with the inverse f of z transform, we will get the sequence f of k, okay? Yes. So that is the entire 3 steps for finding the difference of equation, okay? Yes, finding the difference of equation. You will get the 5 marks question in your question paper, guys. Solve the following difference equation, okay? So for that you have to apply these 3 steps, and definitely their questions are there in your paper, okay? Yes, for finding the difference equation. Okay, so we're gonna go for solving some of the example in our next lecture, guys. I hope you all have understood our today's, it's little descriptive part, guys, okay, but not difficult. Little descriptive part, not difficult, okay? So I hope you all have understood everything here in my today's lecture. Even after, if you found anything difficult, guys, let me know in my comment section. I will come up with a similar videos. So thank you everyone, thank you for my today's lecture.